Uganda Eyenkya.
There is information that cannot be hidden. We borrowed money from World Bank during the COVID period. Part of that money was spent on buying vaccines. We now as a country have vaccines that have expired worth 300 billion shilling. Part of the money we borrowed from the World Bank. We are now waiting for the money from Gavi, which is meant to finance other health care, to destroy the expired vaccines. You need to interest yourself in the report of the Auditor General. Uganda now has a debt close to 100 trillion that we need to pay. But you can see those who are leading the country, the way they are enjoying. I recently published some, I'm not sure they were all, a list of Museveni's convoy of 70 vehicles. The wife has another set, the son has. They also have vehicles for households to bring them tomato and onions. Yet there are no ambulances in public facilities. So the struggle we are involved in is not just a struggle to go and rescue Najanankombi. And if we did, then we should throw a party and celebrate that now we have taken over Najanankombi. That's not our struggle. The struggle we are involved in is to rescue Uganda. Dr. Mesje and his colleagues who went to Luwero, at the time of departure from Uganda to go to Luwero to fight, they were Uganda Patriotic Movement, UPM. He knows when they became NRA. So the name of the platform under which you are fighting to free yourself, for me, does not matter. Otherwise, Dr. Mesje and those with whom they went to Luwero would have returned here as Uganda Patriotic Movement, but they returned as NRA. There are people who are sentimental about this, and I know now I am scratching your own. When you think about the journey the Honorable Sarah Musumba has spoken about of 20 years, there are those who can't let the FDC go. They would rather go and get buried with it. Please count me out, and I want to apologize to you. I want to be and spend the rest of my career fighting to rescue Uganda, not fighting to rescue Najanankombi. Those who are there are crying, so I go and join them and we do what? Yes. We should not behave like NRM people. The other day they were lined up like children to go and shake hands and take photos with Museveni's son. Then in the corridors of parliament they are crying. Do you know what they have done to us? So I want to invite members of the council and all the FDC where you are. Dr. Mesje led us here 2011 when we went on the street to protest during the walk to work. We started as A4C. So we started here protesting as Action for Change, FOC. Midway Museveni took over FOC. We became For God and My Country. And we are willing to continue changing names because for me the name does not matter. Please, those of you who are sentimental about FDC and you don't imagine yourself doing politics, the circumstances may force you to call yourself a different name. Museveni is your Museveni Tibuhaburwa. During Luwero he was Kasim. I don't know how many other names he has had. So the obsession, I see it among our colleagues here. And I'm just inviting you. And that serves also to tell you we are in this together. I received many phone calls. People, are you now leaving us? So when I leave you, I go and do what? So we are in this together. That's why even with FDC, you will see Dr. SJ speaking and trying to unite all the forces that are fighting for freedom. Because even with FDC, it is not enough. So I want to assure you we are in it together. We will walk the journey together until our country is rescued. Maybe I should also tell colleagues who are in the media, because they keep asking me now, where are you going next? I am fighting for Uganda, I'm going nowhere. I am still here and I will join hands with everybody, with anyone who wants to fight for Uganda. I think that answers those of you who have been calling me. So in Parliament, that's the struggle we are involved in. Every day you discover they have stolen this. As you are chasing them, you find they have stolen something else. And I don't think they are about to stop. And I want to thank my colleagues who have been steady, colleagues who are here. You see, Parliament can be very difficult. At the level of a Parliament, you think someone is empowered. Today is with you, tomorrow is calling you from home. I am with you, but I am unable to come and be with you in public. And that is unempty. Please don't worry, we are still together. But that together he wants to associate with you in hiding. So those of you who are here, don't think that you're liberating only yourselves. Even people at the parliamentary level need to be liberated. So I want to thank you very much. That's what we are involved in Parliament. We will continue fighting. And please, we want to assure you we are in this together, we will work together, and one day Uganda will be free. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I would like to express that gratitude to you, colleagues. I, however, hasten to add that during this tumultuous period, it has been a roller coaster journey characterized by malicious propaganda, sabotage by our detractors, and logistical challenges, among other things. The challenges notwithstanding, it is a constitutional obligation and a call for all of us to continue with the struggle with grit, with resilience, with fortitude. I wish on this note to appreciate our founding president, Dr. Kizza Besigye, and our elder, who happens to be in exile, the Honorable Chapaka Ruhanga, for providing us with a home and a command post where we are gathered today, and all other forms of support in innumerable ways. We are more than gratified, Colonel Dr. Kizza Besigye and the entire team. Similar gratitude is extended to you all members for the invaluable support and sacrifices made in various ways, in many ways that I cannot explain here. You are all, even being here, you are sacrificing. On a daily basis, you are sacrificing. Kudos, colleagues. At this juncture, members, permit me to present to you a synopsis of the activities and actions taken in execution of the mandate entrusted to us. Number 1, suspension and disciplinary action. Immediately upon assuming office, we extracted the aforesaid resolutions of the Delegates Conference and submitted or registered the same with the Electoral Commission as required under the law, with the demand that the record should capture the true position of the party. Unfortunately, and characteristic of the Commission, up to now, they are yet to respond to our communication. The same resolutions were forwarded to the banks, our banks, where we have accounts, but still no positive response is delivered to us. The imposters continue to receive statutory funds from the Electoral Commission and spend the same illegally with the reckless abandon, and they are not accounting to members. Our efforts to pursue the disciplinary committee or processes have been a bit thwarted by a number of impediments, details of which shall be shared with you in due course. The foregoing notwithstanding, the position remains that those leaders are still under suspension, no matter the posturing and the grandstanding. Have you heard that? They remain on suspension. I'm glad to report to you that all bona fide and well-intentioned members countrywide and in the diaspora, have roundly rejected them, and they are left with no iota of credibility. Litigation. Members, as you are aware, the imposters had engineered machinations to fraudulently secure a court order from Lady Justice Esther Nambayo to forestall the 19th September Extraordinary Delegates Conference, but all in vain. The purported court order was never extended. There was an interim order which was never extended and not served on the chairman here, and it lapsed on 18th September on the eve of our delegates conference. Their matter was extended to 4th October. We don't know what happened to the same. Therefore, our delegates conference was lawfully convened, and the resolutions thereof are still binding and have never been challenged in any courts of law. They are binding. We also proceeded to file a civil suit in the High Court, number 387 of 2023, Ambassador Waswabirigwa and 27 others, versus Boniface Teteleboka Bamwenda, challenging the processes that were being undertaken to hold the delegates conference at Ipatida Semujju Lugogo on the 6th day of October 2023 under the rubrics of Teteleboka Bamwenda Commission. We specifically sought for a permanent injunction restraining the imposters, their agents, servants, and or employees acting under them from A, holding the office of the Chief Electoral Commissioner of FDC without the express mandate of the National Delegates Conference, that is the Honorable Teteleboka Bamwenda. 2, an injunction also restraining them from holding or presiding over the internal elections for the leadership of the structures of the FDC. 3, restraining them from convening their nefarious conduct and scandals, which include the coup they are perpetrating because they are continuing to commit treason against the party. The chaos and mayhem they have caused at Najanankumbi, including bringing goons to take it up as a garrison, and apologize for the public odium they have invited to the party. They have subjected us to public odium, so they should apologize for the same. They must stop holding out as leaders of the party and forget Najanankumbi. If they are to be retained as a member of the party, they have to go through some cleansing exercise. And exercising the ghost which is haunting us now. 3, even protracted struggle, it's only human that some people get fatigued. Therefore, there is a section of members who have moved a rather novel proposal that since the vision, heart, and soul of members of the party reside here at Katonga, the bona fide members who are still committed to the struggle to push back against the junta should consider getting a new brand and move on with the vision of building a new Uganda with the new institutions. Hey, I told you, please, these are different permutations for your consideration, not for applause. This would essentially entail having a new political formation. No holds barred. I present it as is. And these are the views we have gathered as NECA members from all of you, and we sum them up for your consideration. 4, they are members of political parties under a military junta, and they are advancing a rather radical proposal that we establish a social movement akin to the reform agenda, advance the struggle to its logical conclusion, and the members will have a party belonging once we establish a constitutionally functional state structure. There are those who have that view. Is it well understood? The final one, number 5, it is also a fact that, regrettably, some of our members have chosen to acquire new addresses and continue with their journey under new banners. Unfortunately, that shouldn't have been a unilateral decision. In the journey we have walked, we have traveled. We need to sit together, agree, and move as a team. In the premises, I hereby invite you, honorable members, to have a candid and frank deliberation about their foresaid permutations with a view of generating a consensus on the most appropriate and viable course of action that will enable us march in a single file with fortitude until we reach the promised land for God and my country. To welcome you all to Katonga, the home of struggle. I wish to appreciate you all for finding time amidst your very busy schedules. We are definitely alive to all the hardships you have encountered along the way and also endured all through the protracted struggle. We salute you and encourage you to persevere and hold the fort. I thank you very members. I thank you very much, colleagues. This year 2024, as observed by the Honorable Salam Musumbe here, marks 2 decades of the existence of the Forum for Democratic Change Party, having been birthed on the 16th day of December 2004, following the historic decision at Bonita Gardens on the 7th day of August 2004, where 3 formations, to wit, Reform Agenda, Parliamentary Advocacy Forum, National Democratic Forum, agreed to formally merge and midwife the beloved FDC we see today. However, I note with a heavy heart and concern that this mighty institution that has grown by leaps and bounds over the years and weathered all kinds of storms as a vanguard of democratic governance, civil liberties, and social justice, has of recent faced serious existential threats orchestrated by the junta in collusion with their proxies currently holed up at Najjanankumbi. As we celebrate FDC, it's incumbent upon us, all the bona fide members of the party and the well-wishers, to galvanize, summon, and direct all our energies towards achieving the mission and ideals of the FDC, for which our forefathers, comrades, and many members have painstakingly sacrificed, with some paying the ultimate price. It's on that premise that the delegates who assembled at an extraordinary National Delegates Conference that convened at this very place where we are today on the 19th of September 2003 took a bold step to stave off a coup against the party constitution that had been orchestrated and masterminded by a handful of individuals who were unfortunately either two at the helm of the party leadership. I speak with confidence that the 19th September day 2023 day will remain in the annals of our party as a very significant day where guarantee members of the party took a commendable decision of warding off the evil maneuvers of the junta that had crept into the nerve center of the mighty FDC. Those who have a text, you can correct that. That had crept into the mighty FDC. You took a bold step, and we need to pat each other at the back. That decision is laudable. It's a laudable decision. Posterity will appreciate it. For the record, that delegates braved and defied all monstrous obstacles or hostile environment, brutality, tear gas, mayhem, and marauding face guns, amongst others, and unanimously made the following resolutions. 1. Extension of the FDC party leadership by 6 months from 8th October to 2023. You recall the extended leadership was to expire on that day of 8th October or thereabout 2023. And when members assembled here, they said that leadership is extended for 6 months. 2, the second resolution to put in place an interim electoral commission to organize free, fair, transparent, and credible internal party elections. The commission comprised of Honorable Michael Kabaziguruka as the Chief Electoral Commissioner and the 3 other members, to wit, Honorable Jaka Wamai Wamanga, Dr. Elizabeth Chwarabye, Mr. Bone Obongson.
Uganda Eyenkya.